time for the lightning round.
All right, folks, have you heard? Chucky gets to stay. Granny orders fries but gets cuffs. And what would you reveal about yourself for $500,000? Jack Gordon's with the firm. Manny Gordon, welcome back.
Mark, always a pleasure to see you, Paul.
As always.
Yeah, good to see you, man.
How you doing?
Love you.
Great.
Awesome. Life good?
Tremendous, and it's always a pleasure to be back with you guys. Best
Glad
crew
to have
around.
you. You're always smiling. How about Coach Gruden? Bring a smile to your face today when you
How
do this?
about it? 500 coach. What did he sign for? Almost $5 million a year? Was it a 3-year extension?
somewhere in there.
Come on. The NFL is a tough place. Extremely challenging.
It's not
very
like there's a line of folks out there, or is there? Would you rather them go another route with somebody younger and then risk? Because they made progress this year.
You know, it's a balance. To some extent, you have to give a coach an opportunity to instill his philosophy, his plays, recruit his players. But at the same time, you're paying such big money, you need immediate results. I don't want to say anything badly about Coach Gruden, but I think it's time for a change.
I mean, when you look at when you rank all of the coaches in the NFL, I mean, where would he rank? I mean, obviously he's not up in that Belichick category. I mean, I think he's probably middle upper, somewhere in that vicinity.
And remember, you're still talking about one of the youngest coaches still in the league, even though he's been in almost 10 years.
I just think this season, with the injuries, with what he was working with, I think that he did do his best job coaching this season.
Yeah, I think he did, but I mean, you know, you look at the schedule, you look who they beat. They really beat. They beat nobody.
I love the debate, really do.
But I mean, ultimately, you have to judge effort by results, and to some extent, he's not trying hard enough. You got to win a playoff game.
How about the Dunedin grandmother arrested outside a McDonald's drive-thru? Happened over the weekend. Clearwater Police jails her for disorderly conduct. Now, you heard the story a little bit last night, but the long and short of it is she parked right where they told her to park. An officer comes out and says, "Ma'am, move your car." They start mouthing back and forth. She ends up in jail.
The problem I had with the story was that she ordered black coffee and French fries.
With no salt.
I mean, who? That's just, you know, get a Diet Coke and French fries. Who gets a black?
You're worried about the coffee.
You want to arrest her for the order that she places?
Give me a black coffee and some French fries.
They actually arrested her for disorderly conduct. Under the Florida statute, we have an obligation to comply with the lawful direction of any police officer, any traffic investigator, any fireman. So they could have charged her with a misdemeanor of the second degree. The more interesting question is, that statute requires the police officer to be giving a lawful direction. Normally, that means he's giving a direction about a throughway, not private property. She was in the McDonald's parking lot. Does he have the right to tell her to move?
I'm thinking
Even if she was
he needed to go after the fry cook. I mean, clearly, these French fries were taking way too long. He could have sped up that process.
The yelling was, or the talk back and forth was an issue, but it's not illegal, right?
It's not necessarily illegal. Certainly, it's more courteous to exercise politeness, especially when the man's holding a badge and a gun. But my question is, if he asks you to move, what's so difficult about driving over into one of the parking spots to wait for your fries? I don't get it.
Well, that's true. How about tomorrow night? Somebody, Fox premieres the most talked about show of the season, other than American Idol. A moment of truth. You sit out in the chair, strap yourselves to a lie detector test, and they say, we're going to get personal and ask all these questions.
The promos make me uncomfortable, okay?
Yeah.
People are going to watch.
Are we allowed to criticize the show? This is a Fox show,
I
right?
think so.
You are allowed to be honest. That's why you're here.
You know, I got to tell you that I blame the contestants, the participants. If you're going to subject yourself to that type of demeaning, so be it. You're bringing it on yourself. If I don't want to watch, I can turn the station. Yeah,
that's true. $500,000 though, because people are going to imagine themselves. What would they say? What kind of positions?
Well, I mean, you could have normal stress anyways. Anyone asking you, you know, do overweight people make you nervous? I mean, you get stressed just by the question.
No, it's preying on emotion, and that's what's going to make it successful, I bet. Jack, Manny Gordon.
Always a pleasure, guys.
Yep.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. Don't move. Chris is next.